Welcome to the Recap Lunch Hour with Guff, me, Ryan McGuffey. It's all brought to you by Hooters, originalhooters.com. Go to one of the 11 Chicago area locations nearest you. Yeah, still out on vacation, still with you here on the lunch hour. I could use some Hooters right now. I'm not going to lie to you. Like I said, for those of you who watched the show yesterday, my daughter and I Friday, we did the order.hooters.com, picked up our order to go, tender tacos. That's her favorite. And bam, we were off and running. So plenty of things out there. Want to know if it's a big series for the Cubs this week? Personally, I don't believe it is. I don't think you can say this is a big series for the Cubs. I know some of you out there might be like, well, Milwaukee. No, I think it's a chance for the Cubs to pull away and step on the throat a little bit. But I'm not calling a series big on June 17th. The Milwaukee Brewers are 5.5 back. Worst case scenario, they're 2.5 back after this. And then, how about the White Sox? They've been not very good of late. They didn't play very well on the road trip. They can help everyone, not just themselves, but the Chicago Cubs by beating up on the Cardinals in a rare 3-game homestand this week. Let's get to the chat because there's plenty of questions and comments already available. My guy Eric, yes, this is a big series for the Cubs because they can make a serious move in the division if we can sweep them and go up 8.5 games, especially before the All-Star break. Look, I'm always a proponent of take 2 out of 3, win a series, and keep on playing. But can they sweep them? Of course. Okay, Ben Brown on the hill tonight. I know how many of you feel about Ben Brown. Ben Brown's okay. He gets the job done. He's been okay at home, actually. We're going to get into that a little bit later in the show. Eric, dominating win by Oklahoma City last night. Hopefully Indiana can win Game 6 to force a Game 7. So we watched that in the house here last night. A lot of Pacers fans in the home I'm in. That was a very unentertaining, uninspired game to watch. Of course, I was going to bring this up later in the bet of the day, the 9.5. I'll get to the final possession in a moment because I feel like we got hoodwinked and screwed in that last possession. Becky, there she is. The OKC, Eric and Becky going back and forth as usual. Hear that it's supposed to storm in Chicago today and tomorrow. I can tell you where I'm at. It's stormed quite a bit. I should have thrown the family photo up there earlier today when we went for a little walk in this nature reserve. As soon as we got there, we got about 500 feet on the trail. Oh, boy. That's why I got a selfie because you got to, everyone was completely drenched. It looks like I'm having maybe a little Wi-Fi freeze up here. If you're going to come out, come on out, Reese. You're already showing yourself. Look, there she is, the beautiful Reese. Oh, now my mother-in-law, who's more than excited to make an appearance on the Recap Lunch Hour. That's the most, trust me, she's been scheming her way on to the show for 6 months, and she just found a way to get on the show. I heard it's warm in Chicago. With heat comes pop-up storms. Becky, I think the Cubs will get that game in today. Eric, Becky, that's what I'm seeing as well. Hopefully it doesn't get rain out. Don't worry. Tulsa had thunderstorms this morning. Hey, man, it's summer. That's what happens. Good afternoon to the real Phil Simpson. Oklahoma City showed Indiana who they were last night on to Naptown for Game 6. I don't know if I feel that inspired that this is going 7. I don't know. I feel like this might be a 6-game series. Time for the Cubs to separate themselves from the division and establish themselves as serious World Series contenders. Step up, Jed. I think our guy, Godfather, would like to have a little piece of the pie as well, and I'm sure he'll pop in later. With no real dominant team in the NL, the Cubs are more than ready to be the best team in the National League. Don't half-step Jed and Tommy Pennies. The real Phil Sims couldn't agree with you more on the Cubs. It's time to separate themselves from the division. Ow! Last night's Stephen Colbert Open was about the Pope in Chicago. A must-see. Isn't it interesting that the Sox are playing the Cardinals tonight? Yes, it is. By the way, what's this crap about now the Pope's cheering for both teams? Is this Cub fans trying to lure themselves back into the Pope is theirs? Huh? Can Sox fans just have something, please? We can share him, but he wears one hat. We played it on this show. Do I need to bring it back up again? We know where the Pope resides. I don't have it here in the show. Oddly enough, says Thomas, the Cubs haven't had a game postponed yet. That is strange. Looks like tonight and or tomorrow with a doubleheader on Thursday. You guys are really worried and worked up about the weather. How about just enjoy the 90-degree weather out here? Huh? Appreciate you, Erica. Good afternoon to you. Jess, I doubt tomorrow's Cubs game will be canceled. The system looks like it. We got a lot of weather, a lot of meteorologists in here. Tonight will probably be a delay with some rain. I love it. Oh, Kyle, I got news, by the way. I got news, Kyle, for you and Phil and everybody else. Read an article from Kyle. Read an article that the Blackhawks might be willing to trade their pick in the upcoming draft if Buffalo enters JJ Peterka, something I would consider. He's gotten better every year. Pat Boyle will join the show on Thursday. Pat Boyle will be here, not here with me in person, but he'll be here on the show. I've already confirmed it. 12:30 on Thursday. Have your Blackhawks questions ready. Pat Boyle will join the show, and we will go toe-to-toe with the new coaches, the new coaching staff, free agency, and the upcoming draft. Pat Boyle here on the program. Thursday. Mark your calendars. I will make sure I'll put that on social. Pat Boyle here, my good friend Pat Boyle, to answer your Blackhawks questions. You've been asking. By the way, keep those requests coming. You want to hear other people join the show? I got a Rolodex for all you people out there that understand what that term still means. I'll get anybody you guys want on the show. Who do we want to talk to? What do we want to discuss? I got experts. I got friends across the board. PB will be the first to join us here on the program Thursday at 12:30. I'm excited about it. Clyde, it wouldn't be a day that ends in Y without you putting a comment out there that says I ignore your comments. Shay, any chance the Cubs move the game time up? That does happen. In the summer, it's a little less likely because of the gate, meaning they know they're going to get a full house tonight. School's out. I don't know. You guys are making me check the weather here in Chicago now because you got me all flustered. Let's take a look here on the old app. Yeah, I'm see, like where I'm at, it looks like Wednesday is the day. So I don't know. I would say possibly. There he is, my guy, Breck Bear. Appreciate you getting my back yesterday, Breck. If you want to lather me up again, it's all yours. Happy Tuesday, Guff, and the recap heads. Hopefully the NBA goes 7. Need to provide clothing to the people of Oklahoma in Indiana. Yeah, the blue and then the white shirts last night. I mean, Becky, I don't want to crap on you guys too much, but a lot of free clothing being handed out during the NBA playoffs in Oklahoma City. Jess, Shohei, more like no Shohei. I feel bad for those fans that bought tickets to watch him pitch, and then he was done after an inning, and it wasn't that great of a debut. Jess, that was always the plan, though. I don't know if I feel bad for Dodgers fans really at all, but they said that they were going to ease him into the workload of pitching. I think you'll see more of that. I think Dave Roberts, after the game, saying they were not hoping he hit 100, which he did. He touched 100. They were hoping he would be a little less amped and get into the 95, 96, 97, and that didn't happen. He gave up an earned run, 2 hits. I expected it to be a little bumpy. He hadn't thrown a pitch in over 600 days on a mound, and you're doing it against your division rival. I think you're going to see more of 1 inning, 2 innings. He's going to build up. They're trying to protect that $700 million investment. Lip says, is Andrew Vaughn playing? If he is, should we take him to hit a bomb versus the Cubbies? I thought Andrew Vaughn was in AAA. Nashville. Did he get called up by the Brewers? If he did, that would be fun. Let's see here. I think Andrew Vaughn is in AAA Nashville. Just welcoming. I love that. Just giving a welcome to my mother-in-law, to my daughter, Jim, my guy Jim, probably off of a 30-mile bike ride. Hi, Becky, Guff, and Chet. Cheers from Tulsa. Trey also. We have 2 people in here from Tulsa, Oklahoma. What is going on? Trey, do you know Becky? Becky, do you know Trey? Holy crap, that's awesome. Kyle, to all my Sox friends, riding with you against the Deadbirds. Let's go Sox. Both are big series for both teams. Let's get it. Chicago, North Side and South Side. Near 90 degrees right now in Kendall County. So, yeah, it's warm. It's 90 degrees where I'm at. But I saw it's supposed to be 100 in Chicago over the weekend coming up. That the heat is real, and it's supposed to be 100 degrees Here we come. So much for easing into summer. You know how we do things. There's 0 to hero pretty quickly. What do the girls think of Tom Ricketts? Oh, are you talking about the girls that were walking through the show here? I don't even know. I can guarantee you my daughter doesn't know who Tom Ricketts is. And she just chimed in with she does not, that's great. That's her thought. It's a bigger series for the Brewers than it is for the Cubs, says Terry. Winning the series would be nice, but not imperative anymore on which starting pitcher Jed is targeting at the deadline. I agree with Terry that it's a much bigger series for the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. In terms of who they're targeting at the deadline, I've seen anybody from Andrew Haney of the Pirates, kind of mid-tier depth pieces. And then I think they're being a little bit more mum on the big names, which I think you would, if you're a Cub fan, you want, the less you hear about big names, the more, the better. And the reason for that is, look, there's a ton of teams out there trying to get the same guys you want. So I would say you don't want to hear the Cubs attached to any of those guys and then be surprised when they land the deal. Wayne, great. Guff, great to be on. Listen to the Cubs postgame show. LOL, just kidding. I love everyone on here. Wayne, you're hilarious. Jim, appreciate that, brother. June 17th, still under the luxury tax. There's Godfather. Clyde, I was trying to ask you the best cities to live in when it comes to Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. Clyde, I lived in 2 of them, my man. Okay? I grew up in Portage and I live in Chicago. I don't know. If you ask people who live in Naperville, they think it's like Pleasantville. It's the happiest place on earth. They think they live in Chicago. They don't, but it's fine. I don't know. You know, I think be happy where your feet are, brother. Get Tage Thompson too, says Phil. Like the Cubs, the Blackhawks have a cornucopia of young players you could trade for an upgrade to win now. Make a deal. Kyle from Chicago, a.k.a. Kyle Davidson. Kyle, Slack, I want you in the chat when Pat Boyle's on the show on Thursday. We're going to need you in the chat because you got so much information. Jimmy, good time. Patty Boyle will be here on the show. A lot of fans. I text Pat yesterday. I said, dude, the fans are calling. You're back from vacay. Get on the show. Would it be like Swayze? 10-year reunion for Jimmy. Yeah. Great idea, Guff. Lunch with Chicago sports guys. Hope we can see some Bears on the lunch hour. Hey, I'm being honest. If we start talking a topic and you're like, you know what, it'd be cool to have a guest on to discuss this, let me know. Let me know. I got plenty of people that we can get on and we can shoot it up here for 10 or 15 minutes. You guys can fire questions. I told Pat, come on the show. Be ready. Fans are going to throw questions at you. Godfather chimes in, usual with the luxury tax. The Brewers and Cubs are going to play today or tonight. I think they're playing both. Pablo, thanks for the show, Guff. Also, the Pope does wear 2 hats. One of them's a Sox hat. Oh, the small skull cap. Look at Pablo dropping knowledge. We should have a spelling bee on the show. Then my mother-in-law would definitely have to be on. Godfather, my favorite sport, hockey, played by real men. Godfather, you got to be on the chat the other day, or a couple days from now. Breck with the big anniversary, because for all of you who were alive and certainly more than just 5-6 years old at the time, happy O.J. Simpson car chase anniversary to those who celebrate. That coming in from Breck. Yes, we all remember where we were when the white Bronco was going 36 miles an hour down the freeway with 700 policemen behind him. What's going on, Video Game Lover 58? Lip, I know you're not a big soccer fan, but you should get the fire manager or owner to talk about the stadium and goal for the future. Lip, that's this is why I throw it out to you guys. You got good damn ideas. That's one I wouldn't have thought of. I know Kyle's a big outside-the-box sports fan. Meteorologist Guff, enough said. Bam, play the game. Stop being worried about the weather. 7:05 night game. Everyone's worried about weather today. Philip chiming in. Weather could be a factor. Jimmy saying agreed. I'd love to chat with Stacey King, says David. I could definitely probably get my guy. Stacey might be a little. I could probably get my guy, Adam Amin. We'll figure it out. Do you think the Oilers win tonight or they celebrate in the Rat Palace? Still believe it goes 7. I think the Panthers get it done tonight. It's going 6. I said 6 from the beginning. I think the Florida Panthers win the game. Thoughts on snagging Spencer Strider? So that would be a bigger signal to me from the Braves that they're blowing it up. than trading Chris Sale. Let me take a look at, I love when these questions. Scott, by the way, I don't feel like I've seen you on the program, so good, happy to have you here. Spencer Strider. Let me take a look at his deal because that's a great name. He would be fantastic. 1-5 with a 4.35. He's under control through 2028, has a 2029 team option. It's going to cost you significant prospect capital. But to me, are the Braves willing to signal that type of move? Fire have a great opportunity, especially with an owner that's all in. I saw the pictures of the stadium. It looks amazing. You know what else is amazing, by the way? When you slide in to a Hooters and get the Big Daddy mug at this time of year on a nice hot day. I know my guy, Chef Paul, he's over in New Orleans right now. That's why he's not been on the show. He's having plenty of Big Daddy mugs. The Kona Big Wave, the Mango Cart, the Sam Adams Summer Ale, and of course, the Beachbody Michelob Ultra. We know about the drink of the month. My guy David's had it. The blueberry lemonade with the blueberry puree, $8 all month long. It's got bullet bourbon in it. Tender tacos. My daughter, who came flying through here earlier, she loves the tender tacos. They're her favorite at Hooters. Get the mango habanero sauce. I like the sweet heat. Of course, the cinnamon pretzel bites, a McGuffey staple. Every time we do it, order.hooters.com. If you want to pick your order up to go, there she is. She loves those tender tacos. And originalhooters.com if you want to look for one of the Chicagoland locations nearest you. Looks like we got some birthdays coming in here. Let's see here. Let me get back to the chat. Man, oh man. Good afternoon, Jay. Someone posed this question on X, and I thought it was interesting. What do you think is the percentage split of White Sox and Cubs fans in Chicago? I bet you it's 60-40, and you guys might think that it's bigger. There's a lot of White Sox fans. Now, the attendance is what it – like, you got to remember that people go to Wrigley Field that do not live here, that it's a tourist destination. 60-40 is what I'm going to say. I don't know. I wonder if I could get some actual real data on that. You have to come back to me, give me some time. But let me think about it. Let me see if I can do that. Trey is from Tulsa. All is great in the 918. Tulsa, location of center of the universe. By the way, Breck Bear, a former Tulsa guy. It's true, Becky. If you know, you know. Want to give a birthday shout out to my godson, Gabriel, who is 5 today. Have a great day, my nephew. Uncle Kyle loves you. Gabriel, the youngest fan of the REKAP Lunch Hour. Appreciate you, buddy. Happy birthday to you. Reese Hoskins does play first base for the Milwaukee Brewers. Godfather on full display today. Joe read that the Sox are looking for young, controllable, help-now players at the deadline and are not as interested in long-term prospects. That tells you, Joe, that the White Sox are signaling that they believe they're a little bit closer today than they were 6 months ago. And I agree with that. Which also tells me, how are they getting those type of guys? There's not a lot there to trade. Luis Robert comes with red flags. I do not want them trading any of the Shane Smith idea. No, Shane Smith goes tonight, by the way. We are not betting against Shane Smith in the REKAP bet of the day. Kurt, are the Cubs really prepared for the cost of a top starter or reliever? I believe from what I've heard that they are. Clyde's throwing a happy birthday. There you guys are. Look at Becky and Trey, 2 people in Tulsa watching the REKAP Lunch Hour brought to you by Hooters. That's fantastic. I'll be there ready to go. Bring that smoke with PB. We will. By the way, June 25th, we will be getting that. We will be at Hooters June 25th for a watch party. Please make your plans to be with us. Cubs and Cardinals at 6:45. We will do a watch party. The NBA draft is also that night. We will be around. We'll do a live stream, and then we'll hang out, mingle, meet and greet, the whole 9 yards. I'll be here Thursday. Wouldn't miss PB coming on. Love it, Kyle. Clyde, I'm thinking about living in Hammond when I get my VA home loan and move my girlfriend and her 3 kids in. Good, Kyle or Clyde. Be you, dude. I would say do a little bit, just search, and find the place and make it yours, man. No bike. You know what's the best part of home? Filling it with love. You fill it with love, don't matter where you live. Jim, no bike ride today. Should have rode early in the morning. At 61 years old, got to keep extreme weather rides to a minimum. Jim, dude, you're a dude, man. Coming on here every day. Appreciate you. And the bike rides. Yeah, it's too hot. Please do not ride 30 miles in this heat, no doubt. Rickettsville will be rocking tonight. $40 for hot dogs and beer. Godfather's raised the price of a hot dog and beer $5 just from yesterday to today. I love them. Trey, I live in Owasso, which is 10 to 15 minutes. Trey and Becky, you guys should go offline and figure out where you got like 10 minutes from each other. Lots of family in Chicago, lifelong Cubs and Bears fan. Trey, welcome to the program. Sign us up, dude. Monday through Friday. We're here every day at 12:30. If the Cubs entertain any of those mid-tier pitchers, I'm going to snatch my effing beard off. Go big or go home. By the way, I'm going to have to put this up to a recap lunch hour poll. I'm thinking of going clean again. I've had this for almost a year. Katie doesn't even know me without facial hair, which is crazy because if anyone knows me, they don't know me with facial. Like I've always had no facial hair. So I'm gonna throw it up to a vote here pretty soon. Oh, come on, Clyde. Don't do that today. You see that video of Bedard in that summer camp? Looks like he's working on that speed, no doubt. The juice was no doubt. Would love to see some Sky players on here sometime. Kyle, that would be an interesting look, I'm open. This is the time of year, I think, to be open-minded in the summer to try to get as many different players or people on. Trey and Becky, you need to visit the Gas Pedal on 15th Street. Tell them Guff sent you. Great flower shop. Great flower shop. The Gas Pedal on 5th Street. The brick and mortar shop. They do have I believe they have a truck as well. They go around to farmers markets. Look out for the scruffy guy, though. Look out for him. He's the best in the business. Bizarro Clyde, thank you for acknowledging me. Love the sports questions, not the real estate questions. Oh, Bizarro. Scott, working too much, Guff. Hope all is well for you and yours. Absolutely. Mom and I want to go to the gathering place sometime. Godfather, no more dependable weathermen. It's all done with computers. That's why the forecast changes every half hour. Well, then the hell with it. I'll just jump in and say that the game's happening tonight. Absolutely, Clyde. We know Sale's the sure thing, and that's the only Brave pitcher I'm touching. Sale and Chapman would be on my wishful thinking list. Cap said he doesn't want Chapman. I don't know why. I would take Aroldis Chapman. I would. He said, been there, done that. Terry, let your daughter know we like the graphics. If she's still here, otherwise I'll let her know. Let your daughter know we like the graphics she created for the show. Did Uncle Cappy ever pony up some money for her to those? He can afford it. She also makes dog cookies, and Cap has more than gone over the top for her dog treats. What type of starter puts the Cubs in the best position for the playoffs? Can they get that type of pitcher? I believe yes. To me, it's Chris Sale. I've been saying it for months. That's the guy. Anytime goal scorer, here comes Lips bets. Sam Bennett plus 155, McDavid plus 130, and of course the over. You know what, Lip? I kind of like the under in this game, but life's too short to bet the unders, so I stayed away. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a little tight. I think the building's going to be a little tight, a little tense. And if the Oilers go down, I think they're in trouble. They need to score first. I think they definitely need to score first. I'm bringing up my bet of the day right now. I want to read off what he's done as of late because tis the time of the show. We are really in a tough spot right now. It's been a tough bet of the day. Godfather understands how capitalism works. Grow the stash. It looks amazing. Just keep growing. Just only the stash. I know Breck's going to answer. He's going to go off the grid. More Cubs fans in the burbs, more Sox fans in the city. Overall, the Cubs probably have more of a fan base. Cut the beard if Ricketts signs Tucker. Looks like he'll never shave again. Godfather, you're hilarious. You should do the handlebars. I think everybody but my wife might like that. So I don't know about that one either. Could work. Just let this keep going. I've had my goatee for many years. Had it so long I wouldn't know how I'd look without it. You'd probably look 41, Jim. Phil, do you think Bedard will make Team Canada for the Olympics? I think if he wants to make the team. I've heard a little bit of back and forth. I would like to see Ben Johnson make an appearance in the lunch hour sometime. If we get Ben Johnson, we're probably going to put it in a bigger scale so it plays out across all of our platforms. The Bears have not closed on a stadium site. Clyde thinks Jacob deGrom is that pitcher. Chris Sale from Kyle. And go get Chapman for the Catman. That would be hilarious. All right, let's get to the bet of the day. All right, so I had the 9.5 last night. Really frustrating because if you watch the end of the game, and those of you who had the 9.5 and are sweating it out, the Pacers have the final possession of the game. Okay, they have a bunch of backups in. They're down 11. It's coast to coast. Go down the floor and lay it up. I don't even know who it was for the Pacers, but he goes down. He fumbles the ball off his chest and hits his knee and turns the ball over. Alex Caruso gets a free steal out of it and dribbles out the clock when the game should have been a 9-point win for Oklahoma City and a cover for us. We've had a tough start in June. We're 3-9. We've matched the loss total for the entire month of May. Not good. There are going to be some of you that are going, are you kidding me with Ben Brown? Ben Brown. Well, here's what Ben Brown's done from a strike. I know what he's done lately. Okay. Here's his strikeouts since May 7th. Okay. May 7th, 968, 4975. And when you look at his home starts, that's what I'm looking at. His last 3 home starts, he has 24 strikeouts, 9, 6, and 9. He's not been great at either home or road. His home record, his home starts of late have been better. He got banged up early. He's been banged up of late on the road. He is a power pitcher, and the Milwaukee Brewers are going to be going for it. The only thing that scares me now here is the weather, but 6Ks at plus money for Ben Brown, I'm on it. I'm going with Ben Brown. I almost went earned runs more than 2.5, which is juicy. Ben Brown giving up 2, but he's not done. At home, he's been a lot better. Jimbo, long time. Did you hear about the Red Sox want Schultz? We have to keep our – dude, if they want Schultz, they shouldn't have traded Devers, okay? The Red Sox aren't the only team that wants Noah Schultz. Sorry, not for sale when you just traded your best players. PCA and Tucker in the lead for the All-Star game, the least surprising thing I've found. Go all in on the Panthers to win the cup at home tonight. Empty the bank account. That's Bird Dog's bet of the day. Woo! Empty the bank account. Be comfortable making your bets. No shot the Cubs take the $95 million left on DeGrom. Everyone keeps thinking the Cubs aren't going to take on money. I'm not so sure. Now, the question is, are they going to take on money and then also extend a guy like Kyle Tucker? That'll be the actual real question. Shaw back at third tonight, not Devers or Chapman or Bregman, right, Tom? That is right. There's the bet of the day. I'm going Ben Brown, 6 or more strikeouts, plus 110. He's really been dealing. That's the one thing he's been. This proves that he's got the can't miss stuff. It's control with him. It's control. He's got more walks at home than he does on the road, but he also has a lot more strikeouts too. Ben Brown, 6 or more strikeouts tonight against the Milwaukee Brewers. And then, of course, we've teamed with NASCAR. We've given away a couple of pairs of tickets here on the show. Tomorrow, we're going to do it again. We're giving a pair of tickets to the NASCAR street race in Chicago, July 5th and 6th in Grant Park, the only street race on the circuit. Cap and I are also lining up interviews with drivers. I told you we'll have NASCAR drivers here on the program at the end of the month. I don't know who yet. Be ready to line up your NASCAR questions, Chicago questions, etc. for those participating in the NASCAR street race. We are giving away tickets all month long leading up to the race. They cover both the Saturday Xfinity race, the Sunday NASCAR Cup race, and the Zach Brown Band concert on Saturday in Grant Park. Just that alone is awesome. You're looking at $400 value for a pair of tickets here, folks. It's a can't miss spot. We will give tickets away tomorrow here on the REKAP Lunch Hour. Very proud to partner with NASCAR all month long. DeGrom has an injury history, does he not? Who doesn't? Sale has an injury history, technically. Would I trade Schultz for Roman Anthony? Oh, boy. That's a great question. The number one prospect in all of baseball, you almost kind of feel like you have to, right? That would be a 1-for-1. That would be an interesting. Now, you probably have to throw in one more thing. Looks like the wind is blowing out at Wrigley. Might be a tough one for Ben. Hope not, though. I'm not saying he won't give up 4 or 5 earned runs. I'm just going 6 or more strikeouts. Wait. We can't judge a guy. Scott, are you talking about, where are you at? You're not talking about Roman Anthony here, are you? Roman, here. Would you trade Schultz for Roman? If you're talking, Roman Anthony's had a tough go early on, but he's not really bad. He's the number one prospect in baseball. All right, that puts a bow on this edition of the REKAP Lunch Hour. It's all brought to you by our partners at Hooters. You guys know that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chiming in. Pat Boyle here with me Thursday for all your Blackhawks questions, for all your Blackhawks answers, and all the things that all over the NHL, free agency, etc., the draft, blah, blah, blah. He'll be here. We can answer him. Appreciate you guys being with us. Go enjoy the weather. Since everyone's worried about rain tonight, get out of here and go enjoy the weather. Come on, man. It's summertime shy. There's no better place to be than Chicago, in the summer. I'm Ryan McGuffey. For everybody at the Recap, I appreciate you guys greatly. We appreciate you greatly. Thanks for watching the Recap Lunch Hour. Thanks for being part of this fam every single day here at 12:30 Monday through Friday. We'll give away tickets to the NASCAR street race tomorrow. Go to Hooters, originalhooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicago locations near you, June 25th. We'll be doing a watch party. We want to see you there. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Have a great day. We'll see